deal with people. You don't. You don't have to deal with people.
I love her to death.
You don't have to deal with people if you don't need to.
Yeah.
And people are gonna say whatever they want. People always have an opinion.
And
I hate you because
because you know, and me and my cousin brother, because I asked her, I said, what made you? And she kept on. I said, what made you change, translate? She just said the stuff that you know was she's been through, and my cousin.
I always say that when it comes to.
Because literally, she always thought she was a rookie.
Yeah, when it comes to the alphabet community, too many letters to count.
Yeah, it is.
When it comes to the alphabet community, my thing has always been is that I never have agreed. Unfortunately, I will not agree with it. I'm full belief that.
No, I can't agree with it nor support it.
I am full belief that there's always been. For every woman, there's a dude. For every dude, there's a woman. Gonna go into something.
I think the sad thing is that they take your lack of support as a lack of love.
Right.
No, it's really not.
Well, that one I can't agree with because the reason why because now I'm 100% would agree with you guys on that part. But here's my thing. This is the only thing I get mad with that subject. I don't care if there's a relationship or people staying in this. I said, this is how I get upset. I said, now, if you can talk S about somebody, but then when people talk S about you, you should not be getting offended on certain topics. Because if you can go out and dish it out on somebody, you should be willing to get dished out too as well.
No,
regardless of what you go through.
Right, but see, my thing is, I know a lot.
And I think that's one thing Dave Chappelle was trying to make his point, but he couldn't. He
couldn't. It's a hard. Here's the hard point to make because you got to be really, really, really bold and go out on the ledge to say it. So to go out on the ledge and say that, y'all rally together to a degree, but when the first instance of
hold on. Yeah, can I take the order, please?
Yeah, when the first instance of something going wrong. Y'all want to go against each other and add all these people into the mix and all this stuff. They're not. People think that they're unified. They're not as unified as y'all. I think they are.
They're one of the most hateful groups on the planet.
They are very hateful because they're trying to be so much individuals that it's causing division even amongst their ranks. It's the same thing. This is why I said it's the same thing like black people.
Mm-hmm. And I understand now. Really fully got to understand when we had that last conversation.
Trying to get me. We don't unify. Even when you think we're going to unify, we don't unify. It's just we're too stuck on trying to be
issue that happened last year.
Yeah,
that was
exactly. I mean, the sad thing is, anytime you're talking about these people, you're dealing with is a massive group of people who are just sick. Mm-hmm. And when I say sick, they're sin sick. We all are, right? And I know the antidote. That's the gospel. That's the only thing that really hammers and that can fix them. People think evangelism means you're going out there convincing people. I have nothing to do with it. I present the truth, and what they do with it is up to them. At the end of the day, they're either forgiven or they're not. They're either blessed or they're cursed.
Can I ask you a question? Goes on by it does it by itself without you even having to.
I already have it set.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
It's just that's the thing about it. I mean, I can give.
I can't plug in with computers.
Yeah.
I can give somebody all the reasons.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I can give somebody all the reasons why it's an awful idea to live the life of a sodomite, but that's not going to change them because.
It just kicked in. That wasn't wrong,
but the thing about it is like. That won't convince them. I can't change it. But
no, but see, here's my, not to cut you off, but here's my thing, and you brought up a good point of this in the last time we talked about, is that when people can't deal with the truth.
No, they can't. They hate it.
Because the truth hurts. I don't give a damn if it's different relationships, it's with your family members or not. People don't thrive on the truth because they know the truth, but they just don't want to hear it from other people. And it's something I had to deal with growing up because a friend of mine asked me a long time ago. She said, I mean, wow, but she said, I see a whole different side of you than from back in the days until now. Because I said, well, I told her, well, because I'm older and wiser now. I done been. It's not about me being older and wiser. It's just that I've been through so much to the point that I don't have to. If I knew I do something like for a second, if you see me slipping up, I'd rather you tell me as a friend the truth.
Stop right there. That's the difference.
Yeah.
It's not because you're older and wiser. You're around a different team of people.
Yeah.
Well, back what I was talking about. You said that people hate the truth. Yes, that's true. But they hate a specific kind of truth. They hate objective truth. What is objective truth? The truth that is objective, not subjective, objective. What is objective truth? Cam's sweater is orange. That's objective truth, right?
Facts. Hey. No. First off, my favorite color is orange. Secondly, this fool is a fool. My favorite color is orange. Tell this to the camera. My favorite color is orange. You already know what it is.
Oh my God.
But he's not wrong. It is but it is objective. Meaning that there is no way to
That was a good one.
No, it's no way. There's no way to debate this. You cannot debate certain facts.
Which goes to the whole debate of, it's not a debate, it's just the squabble of transgenderism, where that's physically impossible because you can't transfer one thing to another. You're male or female, right? But they say it's all about how they feel. But feelings are very, very dangerous because we're not meant to be led by feelings. We're meant to be led by the will.
Feelings is subjective.
Right? Feelings change all the time. Like this, I feel great right now. I'm not going to feel this way when I go home, right? Because I'm tired. But feelings change all the time. And you cannot base your life off how you feel. Trust me. You know, one of the things about being a Christian is what's so important is it's not feeling and faith, it's knowledge and faith. What you know determines how great your faith is, right? Not how you feel. There are people out there who think they know the Lord and they feel great, but they're on their way to hell, right? Versus those who know the Lord, know His Word, and have faith in it, but they feel like they're, condemned, but they're not, because that's how feelings work. You know, the sad thing is the more sinful you're aware of, the more awful you're going to feel most of the time. It's not easy.
That's fact.
But,
that's true. That's right.
But that's just the thing. Feelings don't determine what is true. What is true determines what true, and the Lord determines what truth is. He's the creator of truth.
Fact.
Right? That's why, the Word, like the only authoritative word on this planet is the Bible. Right? That's the only one with any authority. Nothing else has authority. Maybe the Law Book of America, but that's only for Americans. The Bible, universal. I do mean the universe, not just Earth. Right? And the reason I'm just bringing this up is this is the day and age where people just hate truth. We've been on this path for a while, and we're just seeing we're seeing the fruits of it, right? And it's rotten fruit. Who would have thought? Maggots and worms everywhere.
Fact.
You know.
But you made a point about 2 minutes ago. I'm gonna jump on it real quick. You said it's hard. Yeah. Besides the orange.
Orange is
before the orange. You said I can't change people.
Oh yeah. See,
no. But I get you.
Yeah. That's the whole thing about evangelism. I go out there when I go out there, or even I would just give somebody a track. I can't do anything to them, and they can't do anything to me in the sense of I cannot change their mind, nor how they feel. I don't convert people. That's what the Lord does. I don't convert people. I never could convert anybody, because if I can quote unquote convert people, that means I can quote unquote save people. But there's only one person to save, that's the Lord.
Right.
So that's the beauty of evangelism. All you do is proclaim what is the truth. And what is the truth? That Christ came on this earth, lived a life I never could, died on the cross, is resurrected, and is now sitting on His throne, and He's returning very soon.
Right. But like I was getting to the point, I always tell people, and y'all always say this many times, my job is to give you the info. It is your job to figure out what y'all want to do with it. And that's with everything. One thing that we do individually and collectively now as a podcast is we give you the info. That's literally what we do. We give you the info. We give you our thoughts, ideas. We give you the info. It is your job to figure out what you want to do with it. Some of the stuff y'all going to hear from us, y'all going to love it. Some of the stuff y'all going to hear from us, y'all going to hate it. But guess what? Our job is giving the info. You may not like it all the time. I don't expect you to like it all the time. But what I do expect you to do is at least respect the fact that I'm at least giving you the info. That I'm not going to steer you wrong. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to steer you wrong. I'm not perfect.
Prime example, gospel tracts.
Yep.
Right? Give them out to people. Most of the time, unfortunately, they go into the trash.
Exactly.
Right? But I did my part. They now know. They're accountable.
Right.
That's the whole thing. It's like, I see that, I'm always a little disheartened to see that, but it's just not because they threw away the track. It's not the track I care about. It's more the person who threw it away not knowing what they just did.
No, don't worry about that because, again, they're aware, when you're doing anything, sometimes people want to see the whole full, everybody receives it at that point in time. A lot of times when you hit certain things with anybody, when you talk about anything, you're going to give them a nugget. And they may throw it away, be like, nah, I ain't listening. Then the second time, they're going to hear something from something else. They're going to hear this. No. He's trying to slide. He's sliding on dubs.
He did that to me.
So the first time you do it, you give out a track. They throw it away. Okay, fine. The second time, they're going to get something different from somebody else. Meaning, they're going to get maybe you should probably check out this person who is a Christian, comic, whatever it may be.
Yeah, it's
a different planting of the seed of the same concept that they already heard from you.
Yeah.
What a lot of people, sometimes we want the instant gratification of they get the track, they receive the Lord, everything. We want to see it all ourselves. The Lord always puts it in every aspect of life. It is not intended for you to see the full maturation of it until much later down the line, if at all.
It's just one of those things of faith, not faith in the person, but faith in the Lord that He'll do His will.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it's laid out like this. You gotta be in a jacuzzi or something.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how y'all got your arms all laid out like y'all got your feet dangling and we in shorts.
If it feels like that, so let me know.
No, at least I know y'all.
You know how great that be?
I know.
We're gonna do about nope.
I just thought about that.
Nope.
Because you know what movie I'm thinking about?
Nope.
You know
Hot tub time machine? Nope.
You took it out of my head.
Nope. First of all, you ain't gonna have a bunch of dudes in no jacuzzi like that. We're gonna keep it tall in there.
Nah, we're going back in time. We're gonna go to the Alamo.
Y'all gonna get the wrong idea. I'm gonna get the wrong idea. Nope, we ain't going. But sometimes it's planted a seed. Is what
But on a personal level, on that, certain people can't deal with it.
No, most people can't.
Because when you call people out on I'm gonna keep it talking. When you call people out on their BS about certain things, they tend to really, really, really get loud with you. And I've seen this happen inside and outside of my family, and we're dealing with people in my life. Because when you present something to them, whether if it's with a person, place, or thing, I'm using nouns, I know. They tend to jump the gun on the subject just because they know they're in a foxhole, and then they're trying to change it around because they know whatever they did, whether if it was good, bad, or
typically what we're talking about,
it goes back to what I get what you're saying, but sometimes they're not trying to get loud. They're being defensive because here's what's happened. You may not have been the first person to say it. Let's say you're the third or the fourth person. So let me tie this together.
Go ahead.
Let's say it was your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not the first person to talk to him. Let's say that Vic was the first person to talk to your cousin, right? And say that, oh, well, your relationship is not the best for you because nah, I really love my dude, yada. Okay, bet.
Keep talking. Mike, keep talking.
So, second time comes around, your mom comes around and says, oh, well, I see you and your man's been together, but it hasn't really been looking too well. You've been like not too happy, yada yada yada. Planting the seed. You come around. You're the third person to say the same identical thing. They're going to get defensive because it's the third time they have heard a very similar conversation that they know they're supposed to respond to. But you're the one who's going to catch the brunt of it because they just heard it from one person, a second person, and a third person, all of which whom they value. They value all three people, by the way, but they're hearing the same thing. And now they're questioning, well, why are you saying this? I just heard this from your mom. I just heard this from Vic. You know, and so now they're backtracking. Then that's when they get loud because they're getting defensive because now it starts to hit them. Christianity is a lot like that too, meaning that
typically it's just
one
called
person,
sin.
one person will plant the seed. Oh, there's a tract. I'm gonna throw the tract away. Next time it'll be like, oh hey, what are you doing this weekend? Well, I'm going to the comedy club. I'm going here. Oh, I'm going to church. Now they hear the word church, starts to ring in their ear a little bit, right? But they bypass that. Third time, oh, different person. You come around. Oh, where you going this weekend? Oh, you want to come hang out with us? Oh, hey, where you going? Oh, we're going to a gospel concert. Bop, bop, bop. Three different instances, but you're hearing the same thing ringing in your ear. So they'll get mad at you. Well, why do you want to go? I want to go to a gospel concert. Now they're getting defensive, right? Yeah. Because they keep hearing the same identical thing in three different formats, but the same identical message. Now it's like, why am I getting this message over and over again? It's the Lord's way of ringing in your ear that I'm trying to teach you something.
Yeah.
but it's going to take. But a lot of times, Vic may have been the first person to hear it, to say it. But he may not see the full blooming of that. And certain people, they're going to reject it so much that they don't want to see it at all, and they never want to change. Or they're going to be like, I'm just going to I'm going to be who I am.
You know, I don't remember where this quote's from. It's not in the Bible, but it's, maybe it is, but I may not remember. It's like, you know, but blessed are the men who plant seeds, knowing they'll never stand in the shade of those trees.
Yep. It's not scripture. It's scripture based, but not scripture.
Oh yeah, no, it's not scripture, but it's a quote of sorts. I don't remember which exactly.
But
you know, speaking of that, like,
what's it called? What's it again?
Remember, it's like, blessed are the men who plant seeds, knowing that they'll never stand in the shade of those trees.
Meaning that you plant seeds. Listen.
But you know, what was I gonna say real quick was there are Christians out there, sadly, who treat evangelism like MK Ultra.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, a lot of times it's not even just with that. Even in the simplest things, you're going to give nuggets of information to people every day, all the time. You may not see the whole fruition of it, and I tell you, y'all do this at the job every single day. Y'all just don't know it. But guess what? The more people start to get it, the more they're starting to respect it. Then they come back and start asking you questions. So what's going on with y'all in y'all podcast? Now they're trying to figure out how you're getting the info. Now they're trying to figure out, you know, what's really going on with you because you're actually starting. Because before you wasn't dropping nuggets. Now all of a sudden you dropping nuggets. And so now you got a whole. Forget the likability factor now. Y'all already had that. Now you got the respectability factor. To go with that likability, now they're trying to figure out who y'all are. But that doesn't mean you're going to be the one to see that life change full circle. You may not be able to see it. You may not be able to see that until years from now, and you may not even be able to see that until y'all get to heaven. And then you realize, oh, that seed that I planted 10 years ago did work. That maybe not have hit them. It may have hit their kids.
It goes all the way back to what Christian living is, and that's living in faith. Right? Obviously, that doesn't mean living doing whatever you want. No, but it's living and knowing whatever you do unto the Lord. If it's done in faith, then it is counted as righteousness.
Anyway, but very, very good. Very good intro topic for all the people following along. This is what? Yeah, all right. He's trying to shake the cobwebs out. Y'all been working. He's shaking the cobwebs out. But we gotta do this. We haven't done this. We did it last time, but we gotta do this like always. We gotta get our intros out the way. Y'all know how we get down. See how everybody see him get all situated. Every single time we get to the intro spot, this boy sits at attention like he in school. This is the first day of school.
Yeah, he flexes his chest.
He get the chest flex and all that stuff.
Relax, man. Your nipples are getting hard.
he get way too happy to get the intro off. But where we at? What episode we on? 60? What? 63? 62? 63? Somewhere in that area. We'll get to. At some point in time, I'll get the number right. You know I don't be counting. We always lose count. But for the people counting along, y'all should already know where we is. Laying pipe with the PVC crew. You know I got the boys at the table with me, like always. I got to start with my man Paul. Paul, do what you do. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, people? Tuning in to this episode 62 or 63. And if you can't hear the tone of my voice, I know I'm fighting to sleep.
Boys, speak up.
But at the end of the day, I'm glad to be back here at the table with my brothers and being alive. That's all I can say. So I'm gonna pass the mic on to Vic. Vic, say what's up to people.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be back out here again. PVC Podcast Crew with your man Paul, with your man Cam, and with me. Today we're going to be talking about a myriad of things. Maybe not entirely a concentrated episode, but one we hope you enjoy. We hope you enjoyed that little intro. It was a little out of nowhere. We're going off the cuff a little bit, but that's what we always kind of do. Thank you for sticking around this long, and we appreciate you listening and spending your time with us. We hope you have a lovely day. And if you don't know the Lord, pick up the Word, read it, and repent, that your soul might be saved. Anyway, Cameron.
Cam, a.k.a. Nerd Boy Fresh. Follow me on the gram and all that good stuff. Y'all know how we get down. It's been a minute, fellas. It's been about a week and a half since we've been doing this. A lot of things been popping off, of course, but first and foremost, let me get all the housekeeping stuff out the way. Shout outs to the 86 of you who are subscribed to the channel. 87 of us subscribed to us. We got one more in the mid. Shout out to all 87 of y'all. Hey.
Blackmail, you know how to get.
No, he didn't blackmail. He just blackmail.
I'm surprised that's not an email setting.
I know. Blackmail.
We got Hotmail. Why not blackmail?
Blackmail. He's just a blackmail.
Nah, I just got a way of, to ask me, but hey, I have a podcast. Can you support us?
I can picture that account. Paulie B. Ballin at blackmail.org.
Blackmail.org.
Well, that's trouble to start with.
First of all, that's hilarious. They'll ban us so fast.
Who's that black guy?
Who is that black male who has a blackmail account?
We could be rich.
Anyway, shout out to all of y'all. Definitely a privilege and honor to have y'all along. And if you're not subscribed to the page, definitely do subscribe to the page. If you're catching us on YouTube, for the people, we're gonna drop some of this on Spotify, of course. So for people listening along on Spotify, same thing. What the problem is?
I was thinking because it's like, okay, so it's stupid, but it's just like, so blackmail has a negative intonation of like you're being
yes, negative, but it's a blackmail. Yeah, you just out caught it, right?
No.
You just
no, not that. It's just like, okay, this person's got dirt on me, and they're blackmailing me to do something for them, right? But it's like, oh, this person's got something good on me. Oh, they got white mail.
Wow.
Hey, never know. They
It's too early for you, boy. It's too early for you, boy. Oh, it's too early. No, I get what you're saying. Oh, it's too early.
Because it's so stupid.
Because blackmail is something bad, white mail is something good. I'm gonna leave you alone, boy. I'm gonna leave you alone. Comedy, boy.
That's
comedy
so
with that.
stupid.
Oh, comedy.
Well, what's brown mail? Something's wrong.
Still get 30. Why did you do this? Why did you do this? What is brown mail? You get partial dirt thrown on you, just not a full one. Yeah,
people find out you don't tip at a restaurant.
I believe you alone. Speaking of restaurants and stuff, I will be remiss not to shout out. We are breaking bread here at Fantastic Burgers as we did the last go around. So shout outs to them, of course. Which leads me into one of the topics I want to talk about. Let's go right here. So, if you were dating somebody, where would you take them on the first date? Let's go here. Where would you take them on the first date? Let's go.
Oh,
I'm gonna answer this first.
No, yes, you is.
Well,
no.
Where would you take them on the first date?
I'll go first, Paul. You catch your breath.
Don't try to slide out now. Don't slide out now. You better get comfy.
You went there.
Get comfy.
On this one. I'm wide awake on this one now. Go ahead.
Get comfy.
All right, so I met a nice girl in the congregation, and I decided to court her. I don't date. I court. Because every day I'm balling.
Yeah, I know. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
But in all seriousness, if I was courting this girl and I wanted to take her somewhere first, and all seemed to be well by the grace of God, I would probably take her to a solid, Polly's Pies is really good restaurants.
Alright.
Or I would take her to like one of the senior restaurants like Polly Pies, Marie Callender's, if they still exist. I think they might have went extinct, sadly.
There's a couple of Marie Callender's, but not too many.
But they're dying out. Yeah.
So
or
Pies, Marie Callender's,
or Sizzler or something like that. Something where it's not like where we're at right now, but it's not what you would call like high end, like Red Lobster or something.
You want to take her to a place that holds fries?
I would go somewhere, like a solid in the middle place.
I got
Sizzler's perfect.
Got you. I got you. I'm with you.
Plus, nowhere else has Malibu chicken.
Talk to me, Paul. P-Bo. Talk to me.
You already know. Man.
I know. I need. No.
You would take her to Paul's place.
For the people who don't. Wait. So for all the people that flew completely over their head, there is a actual restaurant called Paul's Place. Let me let y'all know. 2 meetings, by the way. 2 meetings.
It is too many of them. Like 3 of them out this way.
Go ahead.
Not cheap either.
And that's what I'm saying.
They're not.
Phil, Paul's Place is a grip. Don't get it messed up for a second.
Okay. This is a good question.
Come on.
So the first, if I was to be trying to persevere on the first day, I think for me, I would take to Red Lobster.
Okay.
You know, because you can't go wrong with Red Lobster.
Okay.
You know.
Biscuits alone.
Biscuits, yeah. You ain't lying about that. My mama biscuits. Chili's.
Can't go wrong with Chili's.
You know, that bar.
I ask no onions on my steak.
I know where you're getting that from. That's Applebee's.
First of all, don't snooze on Applebee's. I've had Applebee's. I love them. They kind of getting all right. I used to hate them at first.
For those who don't know, that's a reference to the movie Talladega Nights.
Yes.
But I think for me, just like a simple date, I think for me, I just TGI Fridays.
So the first date, that's what y'all think?
Yeah.
Like for real.
Like the first.
Oh yeah, for me, yeah, absolutely.
I'm saying for real.
Yeah, for real, yeah.
Okay. So.
You know, Karen, do something fancy, take her to Lascari's.
No.
Wow.
Now, here's the conversation. So, making his way around the media,
wait,
circuit.
Tom, I thought you were going to say, making my way.
Making my way downtown. No. Making his way around the social media circuit has been this young lady who refused to get out of her car for a first date when taken to the Cheesecake Factory. So, A, would you take your first date to the Cheesecake Factory?
Or is she lactose intolerant?
She wasn't no lactose. No, it had nothing to do with lactose.
Then get out of the car.
Is this a sister?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay.
How did you?
Yes.
Because only.
So y'all with a kid, right?
I know where
y'all with a kid, right? We ain't got that far yet, but let me steer the car a little bit.
What was her reasoning? Give us some more to work with here.
No. So first of all,
I already know what
here's
this
two parts
right
to this. Here's 2 parts to the conversation. One part of the conversation.
Was she attacked by cheesecake as a kid?
She looked like a cheesecake eater. She was
a gold digger.
Did she look like Bershmuda?
Wow.
She didn't look like that. She didn't. You know, I ain't gonna disrespect her like that.
No disrespect.
But
you know, the attitude.
It was just that it was the entitlement of it all, for one. But for me, you know, would be no problem going to like any other places that you mentioned. Marie Callender's, Cheesecake Factory, you know, it doesn't matter. You want to know the concept is for me in particular?
The person.
was never about the food. I want to know the person. I don't care if I had a glass of water and I'm just having a conversation versus having an 8-course meal. Like, don't get it wrong. I could take any date to any place. I could go and take a date to Ruth Chris on the first date.
What was her reason?
I could take a date to Spaghetti. I could go to Nobu's. It's nothing as far as like from a money point of view.
I mean, for that, I agree with you because I took a
but
girl.
it's not about the money.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is,
because I've been on a date with a girl. We just wanted
no,
to get
because no, I get it.
I've done that.
My first dates, Starbucks. For real. You wanna know why? Because it was never about the actual what it was.
Well,
I wanted to sit there and get 30. I needed 30 minutes.
Okay.
And the reason why I need 30 minutes in a day because that 30 minutes will determine am I willing to invest more than that 30 minutes with you. Like for real. If 30 minutes can if I can get past no, I'm dead serious. If I can get past 30 minutes, if I can get past 30, if I can get past 30 minutes,
it's just
then we Gucci.
I'm picturing it. You're making it sound like you're making it sound like Shark Tank.
No, kind of. No, it kind of.
At the end of it, and Cam just goes, for those reasons,
No.
I'm out.
Yes.
No.
No. You're not wrong, but you're absolutely.
Because
You want to know why? Because when you're going through a dating process, you're evaluating everything. Now, certain women are going to evaluate. Well, I don't know if he really has the money to support me. You don't know what my money's like. I'm not entitled to show you what my money's like. I don't have to show you that I'm worth this amount. I'm not going there showing you, well, here's my bank account. Here's what women want. Women want you to show them everything right up top.
They want a resume.
Yes, they want a resume like they're having
a job.
Well, yeah, because dating to a degree is. But here's the answer. Here's the answer to that question is, I want a resume too. But here's how I get the resume.
Show me the Carfax.
No. I don't need the Carfax. I used to ask questions. And a lot of those questions is not about like as all as extravagant as you may think it is. Sometimes it's bigger than just what do you do for a living. It's bigger than just that. Sometimes it's
you like jazz?
That's the type of question.
Yeah.
That's the type of question. You want to know why? It's a compatibility thing. Am I able to talk with you and have a complex conversation?
How do you feel about orange?
Yeah, facts. Because I'm gonna wear orange, and if you don't like me wearing orange, you just have a coconut smile. I'm sorry.
You don't mind if I wear fake glasses, do you?
No, I wear these are real deals.
I'm making them.
I know, but I've never saw it. Now in real world situations, I know a lot of women are out there like, well, I want my guy to take me to Nobu and all these little fancy places on the first date.
Again?
You ain't never been to Nobu's?
Noble?
No, not Noble.
No, you know what I'm talking about.
Nobu is it's a sushi place.
So you just say no, boo.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, you want to go to Nobu's? No, boo.
So basically, Nobu's is a sushi, but
it's a sushi
owned by
place.
Robert De Niro.
Y'all ever been to Gin?
Yeah,
Gin.
Gin.
Wait, the
Korean barbecue.
Yeah,
you know, you cook your own meat.
they're like a
And
nightclub.
then here's the thing, and they're not cheap. But see, here's the problem.
No, it's pretty good.
So the girl was saying on this thing was, I don't want to go to a chain restaurant. You know how many places that you think they ain't? Ruth Chris is a $100 to $200 plate, and it's a chain restaurant.
I don't think she understands what she was saying.
What she was trying to say was she didn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory because she thinks it's a downgrade. I'm too pretty, I'm too good looking to go to Cheesecake Factory. And the kicker was she's sitting in dude's car, locked the door of his car and said I wasn't getting out. He was doing a respectable thing. Picked her up, got out, respectable, or trying to open the door for her, and then she don't want to get out. Now, can I backtrack the story like 5 seconds? So, let's rewind the story about an hour ago. She was still getting ready. So she was late getting ready. So she took an extra hour to get ready. He's there at a respectable time, got there like, look, we got here, we're going to get ready to take you. Trying to surprise her a little bit. I'm running behind. You hear this all the time. So I need more time to get ready. So in respectable, I'm running behind this will be like a 5-10 minutes wait. Had that dude wait in his car for an hour. He asked, yo, can I just go upstairs, hang out in the living room, whatever? No, I don't know you like that. First date, respectable, I understand that. You don't know the dude.
That's understandable.
But you don't want to have a dude waiting out there for no hour either.
Yeah.
But he waited, still was a gentleman, waited, got to the car. Then he had to come up with a plan B on the fly because Cheesecake Factory wasn't his plan A. It was his plan B because she tricked off plan A because she decided to not be there and be ready on time.
What was plan A?
Plan A was, I forgot the restaurant. It was a fancy restaurant, and she was like, oh, well, I would have liked to have gone to that. Yeah, but you messed it up because you got to have a reservation to go, and you just can't fall up into places like that.
See, my ass would have was.
No, but see, but see, that's the thing. It's like, you hungry like that? Yeah. If you hungry like that, go find a dude and go eat. Go eat with your girls. Go do that. But if you're trying to get to know me as a person, it doesn't matter where we go. I could go to stinking McDonald's and have a conversation. Now, I would never take that first date to McDonald's. So let me keep it tall with you. But
I would.
No. You. Well, see, here's the thing. The thing is, it's about progression. So here's the thing. If your pockets, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all, fellas. If your pockets is not deep enough to have those type, experiences at that time for date one, because here's the thing. Whatever you do date one,
you ain't gonna do it on date two.
No, you have to do everything above that for the rest of your duration that you with that person.
Man, my pockets are very deep. They got a hole.
Exactly. But see, the thing is, a lot of people don't. A lot of women don't understand that. It's like, look, why am I going to give you something that's considered to be top notch, and then everything else fall below it, and you be like, well, it's a disappointment that we're going here. It's a disappointment that we're going here. No.
I still think it's funny. I don't know who said this, but like one of the best first dates I did, taking swimming.
Facts. That's funny. That's funny. But see, like I said, the first date is not about really the food. Now, it's about presentation and stuff, but like I said, many of people who went on many a dates at many points in time, the reason why they've been successful is because it wasn't about where they went. It was about what that conversation was like to get them to a second date.
The conversation is
right. You could have that conversation in a stinking bowling alley and get probably two things accomplished in one if your back game is right.
I don't have any idea how many relationships ended in marriage because of that.
I'm just being honest with you. You meet somebody, oh, let's go bowling. You're doing something fun, exciting, hanging out, whatever. Get a little food in, some chicken wings. Guess what? You got figured out, oh, we like bowling. We got something in common. Cool. Next date, oh, let's go do something different. Let's go to Disneyland next. Let's go eat at this place
next. Listen, fellas, if you ever want to know if she's the one, take her bowling, and if she gets a strike, that's your cue.
Facts. If she gets a spare,
I ain't gonna say what you are. On that topic, because you get a lot of females hate to admit they always want to be shining bright like a diamond, and
the sad thing is diamonds are pretty common and they're fairly cheap.
Yeah, but it's like if you not interested in me, you just want to see how much I'm spending on you, then that's bad. Because that lets me know, okay, all you care about is what I can bring to the table for you, not what I can bring to the table for both of us in the near future. So to answer your question, Cam, on that subject, most females don't appreciate the value of a good brother. We could go hang out. I'll buy you something. Yeah, I'll buy you some dinner and stuff like that. But I'm not here to, shine like that. I'm here to get to know you well. The first date is impression is everything, and appearance is everything. So, if she said, oh, she's not too good enough to eat in the Cheesecake Factory, so you mean later on in the near future you're not good enough to go to a barbecue with me if I'm inviting you to a family?
Now you're getting it.
Oh, I've been there.
Now you're getting it. So you don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory. So that means that you don't want to go to Lucille's either, right? Yeah. You don't want to go to M&M Barbie. You want to go to M&M Soul Food, right?
The reason why I say this is God rest my uncle's soul, because I've seen him do this to a female. I was in the car literally with him. He did this to a female. She pulled us up. I My uncle said, okay. She said, I gotta step outside right quick. He said, never get in front. Speed off. I said, why are you leaving? He said, because she's not worth my time. If she's gonna be acting like that in the near future, I already know how she's gonna be later on in the down the line. He always told me, you gotta read the female's mind, how they are like that. If she's not gonna give you if she's gonna act like that at you at the restaurant and be that set petty and stuff like that, and you went on your way, and now you're making me stay here for an hour, and knowing you was already ready. I'm assuming she was already ready, but she still made the brother say for an hour.
Now here's the counter argument to it. I get you, and I agree with you, but here's the counter argument to it. I know that a lot of women want the whole unique.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
They want the unique experience, right? So. You stupid. Some people want the unique experience, and I get that. But that does not mean that having the unique experience has to come at a super high price tag, because that's what a lot of women equate to. A lot of people equate the unique experience to a high price tag. Now, if I said, cool, we're not going to go to dinner. I just want to go hang out, go chill. Let's go to the Improv Comedy Club. I got tickets. Let's go do that. It's unique, right?
Yeah.
Did it cost me much? No. Them tickets I probably got for like $20 a pop, $40. Have a couple of drinks. You got to get the little 2-drink minimum, whatever. I'm out the pockets maybe $80. Same thing I would pay for dinner, right?
$100. That's nothing.
Is it like unique? Yes. Is it like me coming out the pockets? No. Is it something that you have had a good time, fun to do? Cool.
Yeah.
The thing is that if you want that could be done too. So I understand having unique experiences, but that does not have to come at a high price tag. Not day one. Because I gotta figure out if you're worth it.
I've been on a date with a girl where we literally we walked the park.
Exactly.
We enjoyed each other's company and this and that and the other. And it's simple things. But
a lot of women like that simple stuff too. It doesn't have to be complex.
Great idea is taking her to a Fathom event.
The opera. I would love to go on a date with a girl over there.
Oh yeah, but that kind of falls under Fathom.
That goes unique. But see, I wouldn't take a girl to opera date one. That would be more of a That would be more of a date 4 or 5. You want to know why that would be date 4 or 5?
45?
No, 4 or 5. Not 45. 4 or 5.
Because after day 5, you're gonna get the girl.
No, it's not even about that. No, it's not even about that. It's one of those. It's about progression. Meaning that I'll save those events in the tuck. Meaning that we'll do something basic.
Wait.
I forgot about that. Good thing I got off the tickets.
Let me ask this question, and you might answer this well. Is it bad after a couple of days you invite the person out to like, I don't know, for example, a church event? Would you take a girl on a church event?
Well,
I'll say after what?
Well,
the third day.
Well, from my position, obviously yes, but because she's from the church, she's in the church. I would not be dating someone who's not in the church. I can't. The Bible forbids me from dating people who are pagans.
So what means that should you invite them to a church event? The answer is yes. If that's what you
I had a girl who was a friend, yes, I would.
If that's what you believe, and you believe that you are a Christian, then obviously at some point, more sooner than later, I would hope, that y'all should at least go. So let's say y'all go to separate churches. Y'all should at least go to church together. Meaning that she either goes to your church, you go to her church, something. Why? So y'all could be on the same plane spiritually.
Now,
if she was biblical, she'd be going to his.
But I can see go. I can see go. But let's say her. But here's the thing. Let's say this. Let's say that she is a PK, a preacher's kid.
Yeah, I know.
So her dad.
Her dad would understand.
Her dad. No. Sometimes you gotta pull up to their church, and then you be like, hey, look, have them come to you. It works both ways. Sometimes you gotta do that. Now, sometimes
it's a respectful.
I dealt with that.
I understand formality, yeah.
No. Sometimes you make the concession, like, look, I'll go to your church, because you don't want to be the one to not be in support of the family, because that is ultimately their family lineage. You don't want to be in completely disagreement of their family lineage as far as like their church is concerned. So I understand that. That's not to say that she cannot or she is forbidden to go to your church. No. you want it to work both ways, obviously, but you don't want to be disrespectful to their lineage and their ministry.
It's a lineage of Christ. I'd be concerned if they were too focused on their church.
Yes.
But the whole thing is, it's like the Bible talks about it when it talks about parents and their kids. It said, hey, when those kids are of age, let them go, leave and cleave. The kids leave and they cleave to their wife or husband.
Yes, but it's
that's the whole point.
Yeah, of course.
But this is more of a modern way of thinking.
Right.
Back then, that's not how this was. And I don't even mean that long ago. I mean like back in, say, 1700s even. Right? Young, very young, because we didn't really have that long of a life expectancy. You know, young men would go out, find their love, get married, not really date. They'd get married like within a year, because again,
because the dating window was typically smaller, and it wasn't nearly as much expectations.
You know, and listen, kind of, yeah, but you know, it's just one of those things where it's like that's how it is biblically. Like this whole dating concept and waiting is not really. It's very modern, and it's a massive struggle for Christian men because. Well, it's a struggle because you're tempting yourself into sin.
It's Western.
Yeah, you know.
It's not really it's us. It's like.
Okay, let me phrase it. It's a very American thing.
Yes.
Right. And the problem with it is it tempts men into sin because, you know, one of the greatest parts of marriage is the intimacy, right? But you can't do that when you're dating, let alone courting, because A, you're not married, therefore it would be sin. Right? But you get tempted. So the longer you wait, the more you're tempted. And why would you ever tempt yourself and possibly into sin? Whether it be doing something
you're not wrong, but
you're not wrong.
But you jump in this. But here's the thing.
I'm not saying I don't have.
No, because you want to jump this. Because everybody wants to jump the steps and not go through the whole process of is this person truly the one versus the one for right now.
Well, you know, the other thing is just like, you know, there's never going to be quote unquote the one. The whole thing about marriage, just like how love is described in the Bible, it's not how you feel, it's what you do. Right? So if you say, I'm going to love you till we die, you're going to love them till you die, no matter how you feel. Unless they do something heinous, of course. I'm not saying, you know, if they cheat on you, you know, or abuse you or something like that. That's a different story. I'm talking about, say, they do something like snore. Right? Or, you know, they don't do the dishes the way you like. You know, they do laundry day on a different day compared to you. Their car is different than yours.
Or they don't do laundry at all.
You know, or maybe they got this thing where they don't like to floss. Right? But my point being, but my point being with that is, if you made an oath before the living God of the universe, you're going to love them. Right? And that's something you choose to do. So despite all their many flaws, because, you know, who would have thought two sinners living together under the same roof would go easy? It wouldn't. But, you know, you make the active decision and choice to be with that person and to love them. So despite the fact that they didn't floss and last time you kissed them there was something in your mouth that wasn't there, you know, despite that.
You nasty.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, despite something so heinous. But the way he described
it, he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong.
Because
I agree with him wholeheartedly.
You know, you would still say get them flowers, right?
Yes.
Or do something kind like that because you said you're going to.
Because again,
not because you feel like it.
That's the second date thing right there. Because
it's, you know, here's the thing. The reason why I said I need 30 minutes.
Put the knife down.
The reason why I said, the reason why I said, play too much.
That's Halloween season.
It's that OJ talk. Forget that.
Oh wow.
It's that OJ talk.
Every messed up man. Are you an escaped convict?
No.
Okay, because I want to ask you a question.
Dang, I just lost my thought talking about OJ. Dang it.
That is good juice.
Freshly squeezed. Okay, so
no, you need the 30. No, I got it. You need the 30 minutes, and the reason why you need the 30 minutes is because most people tend to know within a 30-minute to an hour span what you're going to invest into that person, whether it's friendship, relationship. We're going to do a podcast together. Whatever it may be, you're going to know. You'll know it more sooner than later. It doesn't take 3 dates to figure that out. It doesn't take 4 months to figure that out. Well, I don't know if I love you within 4 months. You know. You knew within the first 30 to 45 minutes if you were going to invest time and to love that person or not. You know it. You try to talk yourself out of it to say why not.
It's just one of those things where it's like just modern American love and all this. It's a lot of problems stem from America. Who would have thought? But just this modern version of it. It's all so pagan and it's in its concept because it's very feelings based, right?
Yep.
Right. And one of the most terrible things to hear is when somebody's getting with somebody and they're planning to marry them. Well, why? Because they'll typically say something along like, they make me feel special, they make me feel happy, they make me feel safe, they make me. Okay, so it's not like you don't love them, you love how they make you feel, so essentially you're just reinforcing your love for yourself.
Right.
Right? Which is why so many marriages fall apart.
Right.
Because they didn't marry. Yeah, they didn't marry for the love of the person. They married because they love themselves. And when they don't feel like they're not loving themselves as much as they deserve, things fall apart.
I want to go. Because it wasn't about the other person. It was about you. You were being selfish.
So, let me ask you a question. So, to go back to that story about that girl with the teacher, so how did that end?
Yeah, what happened? What was the backlash? Tell us.
Oh, so the dude took her home.
Okay. Well, real quick, who posted this? Her or the guy?
She did.
Okay.
Because she was trying to put the smoke out there to try to put this dude on blast for taking her to the Cheesecake Factory. And what she came to find out is that you're not that special. Let's start there. You don't look that good. You don't sound that good. You're trying to put this dude out there. You're not that special. What I thought she was trying to do, and this is where a lot of people start to get wrong. She was trying to make a viral moment. Oh, she got viral. So she got her 15 minutes of fame.
Against her.
Yeah, it's against her, but a lot of people don't care about that. They don't care how they get their fame. Fame and infamy are the same thing. Whether it's just whether they love you or hate you in that concept. They can hate her, but she's still famous.
Well, that's why so many people nowadays are not going for fame; they're going for infamy.
Yeah,
it's way easier to be hated than loved.
Right.
Way easier.
So she's being hated for what? So, but her name, her likeness, everything is concerted. This story got circulated so bad, it was sitting on the stinking sports channel that's sitting above our heads right now. That's how far along it got. Yesterday. That's how far along this story's got. To the point where everybody's getting to the point where they're talking about, well, what's the 25 places that you don't want to take a person on a first date? Oh, there's a list. All those places you named is on that list.
I'm still taking it.
Huh? No. I'm not saying that they're bad places. I'm just saying that this is where women say that, oh, I don't want to be taken here on a first date. Here's the other place. What's the other place that said I don't want to be taken on a first date? The church. This is on that list. It was number 6 on that list, by the way. And I would tell you right now, no, forget that. If you don't want to be taken to church, cool. I know I ain't dating.
I would understand if she meant churchies.
Like church is chicken.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm gonna tell you right now, you missing out. Missing out on the greasing and biscuits. Talk to me nice. But I'm just telling you that that's where it came out. And then a couple of days later, after she got all the backlash, now she wants to go back to the dude. Well, I'll listen this time. I'll be ready. I'll do the date the way that you wanted to.
No.
And he sat there, was almost willing to take her out. No. Because if you ruined that the first time, I am not doing this a second time with you. Because if you're not going to follow my lead and be like the simple stuff, I tell people, I am not going to steer you wrong 9 times. I am not perfect. I may make mistakes, but my intent will never be to steer you wrong. I thought
thank you. Did you get it?
You're fine.
All right. So that brings me up to another question. So this is. Do you ever watch that YouTube or the father dude who with like the fancy cars trying to pick up the girls?
The gold digger thing. Yeah.
That's similar, and I like that show so much because you see that a lot. Like you go try to holler at a dime piece. And she just brush you off and stuff like that. And then when she see him getting inside that car, oh, you got some money.
My favorite.
But then I get upset, be like, okay, so your brother shot a shot, you turn him down, cool, no problem. He walked away. But now you see him with his perseverance and what might be
it's all about the dollar, not the track. It's about the dollar.
So now you see dollar signs, but you're not seeing the value of him or what he invested his time is.
So it's crazy because Well,
real quick, I saw something similar to that. I think it was a parody of it, but I thought it was still pretty funny. Was like you say, a guy goes up to a girl, shoots a shot, whatnot. Instead of hopping into a Lambo or anything, he hops into a tank.
Yeah.
He hops into a Sherman tank,
Yep.
And she's like, wait a minute, is this your tank? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, hold on a minute, what about the no? No, and he just drives off in the tank.
Right.
It's stupid.
No, but see, it tells you just how much, especially American women, are so caught up in how much money is in play versus the dude. You don't know if that's a good dude or a bad dude. You don't know if he's, a regular hood dude. You don't know if that dude is a multimillionaire. And in this case, he got money like that. He doesn't have like infinite amounts of money, but he is a prominent YouTuber, a prominent TikToker, the dude that you're talking about. Yeah, he got money. But the problem is that you're shooting him down and then turning around like, oh, well, he's sitting in a Lambo. And then they try to get the nerve to say, well, you must have rented the Lambo. No, these are actually my keys, my title deed, my own. And the whole thing is, he shouldn't even have to prove that to these women. But see, it tells you how far separate that the worlds are. That certain women think that, well, they deserve it. No, you didn't, because there's nothing that you did to warrant you being entitled to be with a person like him. He could choose who he wants to be with. He made that money. He and his team made that bread. If he decides that he wants to take you out, and if you shoot him down, cool. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to do it, just like any guy can. Nobody cares about guys. We hate to get rejected, but we don't mind it because we know that it's the process of elimination. If we get rejected, cool. You are not for me.
Well,
I can dig it.
You know what the real sad thing is as the way the Bible describes men and women, right? It doesn't describe them in the sense of the poor and the rich, financially speaking. In the way it describes how men and women, when they're
Pop.
I don't know, but careful, you're looking tasty to me, apparently. But
Snacks.
Snacks.
Yeah, great value. But,
talk that great value talk.
But anyway, the Bible describes men as rescuers and women rescuees. You know, women want to be rescued, and men rescue women.
I want to be saved.
I thought you said SUVs.
Right.
I'm
Like,
wow, Victor.
No. But,
No, he said it's the Captain Saver.
You know, men rescue women, and women are rescued by men. That's the design of it. Now you're being rescued from what? The greatest enemy of all women, loneliness, barrenness. People don't realize that. So many women are so miserable nowadays because A, they're not married. B, they have no children. Right? C, no real family. Right? That's what men rescue women from. Right? So, and it's the only thing that they really need rescue from. Because the greatest lie that they ever believe is told to them by the devil, that they'll be happy by themselves, they'll be happy with material, they'll be happy with their careers, but they're not, because none of those things fulfill the family, right? Like, it's a sad thing. This is mostly to blame by the feminist movement, but it's just one of those things where it's like nowadays men are not treated like the rescuers that they ought to be, but they're treated like the villains, right? And then you got women no longer being treated like the ones who need rescuing, but they're treated like the ones who got to rescue, right? They kind of flip the script. They mess up the design, and because it's messed up, everyone's miserable.
No, because because women is making a significant amount of money.
It's not about the money.
No, but that's the point. You just made the point for me. It's not about the money. It's really about, you can make the money, but you think that you're special because you make a little bit of money. But see, for the few people who's in that threshold of really money making, they're still not happy.
No.
They're still not. How many celebrities have you seen break up? Who got money? Who got money?
All of them. None of them last.
Most of them has broken up. And you want to know why they break up? Over money. They break up over the money. Why? Well, I'm making the same amount of money as you are. There's a prenup and play all this stuff, and they're still fighting over money. Oh yeah, that's the whole Tyrese story in a nutshell. Tyrese and his ex-wife and all this stuff. It's a money play.
Oh.
And I was going to go on that story. We don't have enough time to even get into that story. But it kind of ties into this, is because you know, he did everything to be with her. They got a 1-year-old. She kind of she shuts him off at the pass. He was going through a little thing. He was coming in to fight for his marriage, had a counselor there and everything, and she said, nope, have boxes there ready to leave. Moving her stuff out when the counselor is sitting there with Tyrese, yes. Yeah, it's crazy because he was just talking about it yesterday. But it's just crazy in the day and age that we are is that there's a lot of women because they see this thing on, like I said, where social media warps people's minds. So they think that because they see one person do it, all these sheep want to follow. And because they follow, they all think that they're entitled to the same thing. So you got these 30-year-olds acting like this. So what happens when their sisters who are like 15, 16 are seeing their 30-year-old sister act like this, or their mom acting like this? Guess what? Now you're raising a crop of women who think that, well, the only person who needs to be with me has to be a dude who is 6'4", making over $100,000 a year, and all this stuff. So the entitlement is too high. Like we said before, how many guys do you know who makes 100,000? No, you know a few. There's a handful of who we work with who make that type of money. Oh yeah, there's a handful of who make that type of money. We sit in front of them.
Yeah.
But is it no? Here's the thing: they make 100,000. You think it's respected?
Well, the way inflation's going, it might as well just be.
It should. Now here's the thing: it should be respected. Does that mean that they change their fortunes and stuff? No, they put in a whole bunch of hours and stuff. Yes, but the problem is that it's bigger than the money. It's all about the person. If you are trying to get there to get to know the person, it doesn't matter where you sit. We can be sitting right here where we're sitting at Fantastic Burgers. I could be on a first date with somebody, and guess what? I should be able to get all the 30 minutes I need. I can get all that information out, and I can figure out if I would want to invest and maybe take them to Nobu the next time, or take them to a comedy show where we're sitting like front row the next time. They don't know what's the next step's going to be, but I need to make sure it's worth an investment. And it has nothing to do with the money. It has everything to do with, can I hold a conversation, what they're about. Is it worth the squeeze? They want to see, women want to see it worth it from a money point of view. Don't worry about the money. I can tell you, money comes, money goes, money comes again.
Yeah. I feel you on that. But it's just sad to see how this turn of event turns out because there are good brothers out there who wants to, who can't even get a date like that because 9 out of 10 that person who they go shoot their shot to is already reminiscing them out on their head till they see him walk away. And it's like expectations is
y'all don't
so high on that.
There is top flight women all over the place.
Of course.
Y'all see them every day. Y'all work with some of them. Y'all go to the gym with some of them. You're surrounded by them all the time. The problem is y'all have it in your head because y'all want to see things a certain way because you see that, well, this person looks this. Anybody can look this way. There's a lot of people who look the way that you want a body type. But what's good is the body type of the dumb as rocks. What good is the body? What good is the body? What good is the body type if they're not providing anything substantial to your life outside of the body type?
Well, first off, a vast majority of people are disqualified just due to the fact pagan.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Exactly. So if they're not benefiting you in no sort of way, it doesn't matter what they look like, doesn't matter what the money that they have, doesn't matter what they are. If they're not benefiting you in any form or fashion, then they shouldn't be in your life.
Oh,
you don't invest the time.
Yeah, best way to sum it up: no Christ, no life.
Talk to them.
That's it. That's literally it. The whole end goal of marriage for the believer is Christ-likeness, growing in Christ together.
Yep.
That's the whole goal.
Exactly.
To sharpen one another, as the saying goes, iron sharpens iron.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah, amen to that.
And sharpening iron is not a smooth process. It's very brutal and difficult. But you become sharpened.
Exactly. But that's the whole thing. But that's even in everything. Iron sharpens iron. If they don't make you better, then you shouldn't be around them.
Yeah.
Friends, family, girlfriends,
you're either getting sharper or you're getting duller.
Exactly. Because if they're not helping you, they shouldn't be in your circle. You can help them for a period of time, but if they're not doing anything to help you, to make you sharp and keep you on, keep you up to speed, then why are you doing it?
Desperations.
No, forget. I mean, but that's the problem. When you function out of desperation, desperate times call desperate times, desperate measures. Desperate times may be desperate measures, but guess what? It gives you desperate results. That's what they don't tell you in the quote. Desperate times require desperate measures. But desperate measures give you desperate results.
Exactly.
But I don't need a desperate result. I need a good result or an excellent result. So I try to put myself in the excellent time so I can have excellent measures, so I can have an excellent result.
Yeah.
So even when times are bad, I'm not gonna act desperately. The only thing I'm gonna ask for is, hey God, give me guidance on what to do next. That's not a desperate answer. That is a regular question.
Yeah, no, if you're gonna understand yourself to any degree in Christ, then you're gonna realize how desperate you really are.
Right. Because desperation is going to be around you all over the place. You're never dead. But if you respond desperately, the Lord never said you need to respond desperately in anything. All He said was just come to Him with your prayer and request, present it to me.
And if it's His will, it'll be done.
Exactly. Now, it may not be done in your time. It will always be done in His time.
Because at the end of the day, the only things men should be praying for is the salvation of those around them, giving thanks. Always give thanks. That's the first thing that should be out of any mouth. Towards God, is just giving thanks for all that He's done and continues to do. Pray for wisdom, because we need wisdom daily. Deeper repentance, greater love. All these things. You want a essentially greater reflection of God and His character in your life. That's what
Say that line one more time.
A greater reflection of God in your life.
I like that.
Yes,
say it one more time for the people in the back.
A greater reflection of God and His character in your life.
Yep.
That means loving Him, fearing Him, obeying Him, repenting of sin, following Him, no matter the cost. Is this easy? No, it's impossible. But it's possible for the believer.
I have one question for you. So, what do you get out of this on that part?
What do I get out of what?
Yeah, out of this whole debacle.
So what do I get out of this? Oh, it's simple. It doesn't affect me at all. This is for y'all single. This is for y'all. This is for y'all.
Oh, okay. Let me rephrase the question.
But no. All jokes aside. For the serious thing, here's what you do. Everything for me, it's all about learning people. If you ever want to know what I get out of this, when you learn people, it allows you to do a lot of different things. It allows you to teach. Why is that like?
Because he's tired.
No,
I know. We have to go right now.
I'm laughing at you because you said I thought you were agreeing with with Cam about what he was saying.
I'm tired.
I know I'm tired. Oh yeah.
So
lay your head down.
What do I get out of it? It's real simple for me. I get a chance to understand people more. And you gotta understand, as the culture change, as society change, as people change, you have to understand what you're sitting in front of. For me, when I talk about different, scenarios, especially when you're talking about relationships and how to respond, sometimes you need to see situations like this because this is not a one-off.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. People think that this is a one-off. No, this is just a silly young lady who decided to just put herself on camera and try to make a viral moment out of it. She made viral moment. Go ahead, cool.
Yeah, I think the sad thing is people don't realize foolishness is not as cute as you think.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. Exactly. It is not cute. It is not cute.
It's like.
So
she did all that, and it probably wasn't even a point to even make. She just
she was trying. I know why she was doing it.
I know she was doing it.
She was trying to make herself feel special. But guess what?
That's why, hey, dude went on his way and be like, look, this is our first date,
He was being a perfect gentleman and being perfectly respectable.
And then it's still bad. You made the brother wait for you. Any other natural brother would already took off. But he I gotta give him his props. He still respected me.
He stood
just because he wanted to see where this gonna go.
Because
he was smart too.
Because he still said, I'm still willing to give you this block of time where, time is even more important than money. That's what other people